somebody decided to boost that song uh, on views, and it became super popular because after that. Mm.
Yeah.
It's the same genre. It's city pop, and a lot of people didn't know that Tatsuro Yamashita and this girl Maria Takeuchi are actually married in real life.
Oh shit.
The fucking chances of like a very popular song in city pop has this amount of uh, they got so popular, both of them, that they decided to marry, and they created probably the best duo ever,
Right.
because that Plastic Love song has a version where he sings the back vocals and he plays the guitar. So she's singing and he plays the back vocals, and it's pure art.
Pretty good.
I know. So that's how I decided. I encountered a lot of artists, and recently with fucking TikTok, and I was talking with my friend one time about this. I've discovered a lot of good artists because of memes and stuff that are actually pretty good that I didn't know existed. And for example, the girls from Otiken, which is like uh, this Siberian band from girls, and they play
Yeah.
like pop, like indigenous Siberian thingy. That's how I found the Who too. Let's see who else I found like that. Uh, who else? Who else? I found a couple of very good artists on fucking TikTok of all the places. Because some of those songs are legitimately good,
Yeah.
and I decided to give them a chance. But I think the majority of my repertoire came from YouTube because, like I said, I used to stay late talking to you in the early days, listening to this,
Yeah.
listening to these singers and artists, and that's what I hold pretty dear, because it's like, huh, this reminds me of when I was a fool talking to this Australian chick. I don't know if she likes me, but I
I
liked her.
liked you a lot.
Nah, you were flirting with that Vietnamese Shiro guy. I
No,
remember
I
that.
wasn't.
Ah, it's okay, babe. Yeah, I was flirting with a lot of losers back then too.
Wow. No, I was never. I never.
Oh, babe, I remember those drawings. I remember them.
Huh?
I remember those drawings.
Which ones?
The ones from your Jeanne d'Arc and the Shiro guy.
My Saints Row drawing.
That too. You
What
wanna know
other
how?
drawing?
Yeah, I remember. Like there was a drawing where they were kissing, and then it was very funny
What?
because yes, I remember that. You want to know how much I remember? I remember one day, and that was probably because you had. I think you still linked to your DeviantArt, and you had your original Ponisonas.
Yeah.
And I remember there was this little Chibi John that you used to draw, and
Y-
I remember you used to draw in that style a lot, and I love that style. I still do. But I like so much is because one day you drew this one situation that happened to you, in which you and boss, I think, you were to a restaurant, and then she ordered lasagna, and you said you wanted some, and she didn't give you any, and then you got
Yeah.
mad, and then you said like you suck so much dick, and
I
you don't know how
yeah.
much you think you suck. And that drawing was like super cute and super funny, but I think you didn't back it up because it was very funny. And it was one of the in the dead accounts that got killed by reports. It's a shame that I
I mean,
can.
I might have it somewhere. Like I do remember that, but that Vietnamese guy, like
Uh huh.
he. All right, so we started off as friends, and I don't know if you remember the other Arthur, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But so I think they had a thing.
yeah,
She was
yeah.
telling me, but then he made her uncomfortable, so they stopped talking. And so then he started talking to me, and then he made me feel really uncomfortable. And yeah, I can see why, because he was
He's a fucking
very,
cringe lord.
oh yeah, he was very, very cringe. But he would also like just start like RP things and make it very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost to the point that was kind of like rapey in a way, where you basically just had to block him or just stop talking to him because
Yeah, yeah.
it was disgusting. So yeah, that never happened.
Okay, okay.
If I ever drew Shiro, which I did
Mm-hmm.
with the Saints Row thing,
Yeah, yeah.
it was more of a thing between me and Hannah,
Alright, alright.
not anyone else.
Alright, alright. Okay, I believe you, babe. I believe
Good.
you. It's very funny though. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I remember those days when we started talking. I was like, huh, this is a funny girl.
But how we started talking as well
If
was because one of your friends,
I think it was Jasper.
yeah, because I was like looking into this situation with him and this Arthur because like she was really uncomfortable with him,
Hmm.
but she wouldn't say much. So I was like prying into like what was going on,
Uh huh.
and I
Mm.
think Jasper told me to ask you about it
Mm,
because
I
apparently you
think,
knew something.
yeah, I think because I think I remember Jasper like posting something, and I remember interacting with it. And then you would interact with him too, and then you would say something on Hinge, and I was like, haha, that's pretty funny. You're funny, I like you. And then you would start like talking each other, and we started hitting it off when we were talking about Godzilla.
Yeah.
When we started talking about Godzilla, no, I think Godzilla's the best, and you said like, no, but also Gamera. Like, yeah, Gamera is cool too. Oh yeah, I really like it. And then we started hitting off, and it was very
He
funny.
was he was just a total guy.
It's a turtle. Yes. And then we started talking more, and then you were a dummy, and I told you I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being with a dummy like you. And then you said like, oh really? And I, yeah, yeah, you're like a very very nice person to hang around. So I wouldn't mind being with you. And you
Now
were
you
like,
have to forever.
exactly. Same to you.
No, you're stuck with me.
No, it's backwards.
No,
You don't know. I Uno reverse you in that shit.
you can't do that.
Yeah, and it's probably the funniest part is that there were other Mexican guys trying to flirt with you, and I remember these two guys.
Really?
Yes, one that was
Am I that
role playing.
retarded that I didn't notice?
Mm, Probably you did, but like, I remember that guy getting extra salty because he used to roleplay like a Kiritsugu, I think, but like an edgy version. And I remember one day he said like, "Oh, I really
Oh
like."
yeah, I remember him. I don't think he ever flirted. Unless I'm retarded.
No, he was like super flirty with you, but you were like again a dummy. You probably don't remember.
Oh.
And I remember because he started like going at it because you started saying like, "Oh, there is like I really like Mexicans and blah 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 blah." But because of our interactions.
Yeah.
And then that guy, because he's also Mexican, said like, "Oh yeah, in Mexico, blah, blah, blah." And you were like, "Yeah, but like that other Mexican is better." And he was
Yeah.
like, he got like really salty because of that. He was like, "Oh yeah, but he's like a different type of Mexican."
Yeah, he's just built different.
Exactly. Because even then, like, yeah, there are different types of Mexicans. I am what we consider as the standard model, the OG, not the one that is tapered with white people behavior. I'm like, no, I'm not as Mexican as you can think. But it was very, very funny. And the best part of that is like he got like super salty that I think he stopped talking to you after that.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
Yes. Again, I cannot like dig that much because you probably won't remember.
I might. I don't know.
Let's see what other things I remember. I remember meeting Kenny too. Ironically, I met Kenny because of the Sakura girl, the Turkish girl.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were both her servants when she was in her edgy era of being like the Sakura overlord. And she had like a lot of servants. She had a Saber Alter, she had me, the Berserker, and Kenny was an assassin, I don't remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and Kenny was an assassin. And I remember Kenny and I were like, yeah, another day on the job, right? Yeah. Yeah, fucking Grenadiers, right? Yeah, am I right? And I'm like, yeah, fucking Grenadiers. And they were like, and then we started hitting off. Because I remember they were like, we were talking about something. I don't remember what it was. And I think it was the X-Men or something. I was like, oh yeah, you're like the X-Men? Oh yeah, too, me too. And then we started hitting off. What else?
How funny would that be as like a comic where like someone just summons like two different servants, like just like in the background they're just bonding over the X-Men?
I know, it was so
That's
fucking
funny.
I know. That's why I love Kenny so much. He's just so fucking dark. But I'm gonna upload this and I'm gonna show it to you. He's so fucking dark. I love that guy so much. And it's very funny because even in roleplay shenanigans, because like I said, like the chemistry between me and Kenny is so funny. Because like for example, his favorite character is fucking Gambit, right?
Yeah.
And my favorite character is fucking Wolverine. And the dynamic between Wolverine and Gambit is like basically the dynamic we have me and Kenny.
Yeah.
There's even a panel in the fucking I think it's one of the X-Men comics. Well, they're all describing fucking Wolverine, and you got fucking everyone expressing her opinion. For example, Emma Frost saying like he's a fucking warthog and he smells like one, and you got like Hawkeye saying like he's a fucking murderer. But then you have people saying like he's a very good influence on them. For example, Kitty Pryde saying like he's a very good father figure, like so much so that it's difficult for me to date someone because they can come close to him, like as a parent. And he says like some other people say like, oh, he's one hell of a kisser. I think that's like Mrs. Spider or something like that. And then fucking Gambit says like he's a completely untrustworthy fella that I would trust my life into any day. And yeah, that's the exact mechanic me and fucking Kenny have.
Yeah.
That's why I like Kenny so much. Like he's my bro. I hope one day like we do get to meet, because I really like that guy. It would be fucking crazy.
We need to drag him to Japan with us.
I know. I'm gonna talk to him.
He needs to be our third wheel.
Yes. Actually, it would be pretty fun. So I'll try and convince him to come to Japan, because it's going to be fucking awesome. Because yeah. What else? What other funny thing happened? There's also the Fire Emblem interactions, which are also very funny and semi-canon too.
Yeah.
Because of me grabbing Frederick and him grabbing Henry was like very fun interactions too. Because they do have interactions too, both of them.
Yeah.
So it's canon. Also him grabbing Alucard and me grabbing Trevor. Yeah, it's pure comedy gold.
Yeah.
But I have to give my also kudos to Jasper. Even though we don't talk that much anymore, that chat is abandoned. But anyways, before we continue.
Wait, where did you
this,
go? I got you a gift.
All right, one moment.